Okay, playing the Stanley
This is the
Parable.
story of a man
Here we go.
named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on the keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Is that a cue to do that? Yeah, it is. Cool. Alright. Do what I'm told. So, where's like the cat posters?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Because, yeah, I know where the meeting room is. It's totally this way. Look at me going to the meeting room. Crumple rooms are the same. Oh lord. Ooh. Nice. A leaf. See, they need cat posters. Hang in there. You know, that sort of stuff.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Are you sure? Should I? Am I supposed to follow instructions? Fine. Whatever. Do what I told. More posters. What's the time? Okay. Oh, meeting room. Tips for not getting fired.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
But first, he wanted to look at things in the meeting room. Oh, what? What? Fronds? He bayed. Okay, this is nice. What? Tomorrow. Well, the future was yesterday. Tomorrow is now. Okay, whatever you say. Oh, it slides. What? Oh my god, I would punch myself in the face if I had to do this. Oh, it's like PowerPoint. I was the worst at PowerPoint. Oh, it makes me feel sick. Was that a broom closet? Am I going there? Oh my god, I can go in the broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Stop telling me what to do. There's lots of things in here. There's a wrench.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Stop it. I will do what I want. Ugh, fine.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Is this the office? No, it's not. This guy's bossy. Pretty. Is this the boss's office? Because this is fancy as hell, boy. What this? Okay, so secretary. Oh, this is nice.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Well, does that mean I shouldn't do it? Where's the thing? Where's the keypad? Give me the keypad. Where is it? What? Behind the desk? Is that what he said? Is that what he said? He said that, right? Keypad. Oh.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
A generator. Oh my god, it's like slender. Oh, ooh, tappy. Okay, sorry. I'm a sucker for sound noises. Oh, small compartments. It's like, you know what an elevator's like? I heard it once in a show. It's like riding down a mine shaft in a coffin. And I agree. And for many years I didn't go in elevators. But now I do. Because I'm an adult. And adults do things. Except for wash their own clothes or iron their own clothes. My mum does that.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Feels so free.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
But there's escape this way. Okay. Oh. This looks pleasant. Oh, a box. What is that? Oh, yes.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Ooh. Okay. Oh, that noise is so good. It's a good noise. Okay. Camera.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. Lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
What's wrong with that one? Is there something wrong with that one? No. Okay. What if like scratching your butt or like picking your nose? Everybody would know. Okay.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Onwards.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life, for he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Okay. Revolution! Okay. Oh yeah, system power. Oh. Oh. Did I do something bad? Oh god. I've broken everything. Don't give me buttons to push then, because I will push them. Is that the end? Oh, it's really dark. Okay. Can I turn it back on?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
I don't know. You tell me.
Yes.
Yes.
He had won. He had defeated the machine.
I highly
Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
What door? It's not a door. Is this real? Is this real life?
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
What? Oh, what? What? So should I have gone through the right door? Is that the exciting door? It's because I did what he told me to do, wasn't it? Wait, what? I'm back! I can do it again! Okay. I'll end it for now, and then we'll do the next one next time. Because obviously the next time is going to be crazy. Or not any different to this time, and it won't be worth watching. Okay, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed not really doing anything. Alright, okay. Love you. Bye. Love you. Bye. Bye. Love you. Bye. Bye.